Okay, if you've been having a hard time sleeping, you've probably already tried a million different things to fix your sleep, including all of the sleep hygiene checklists, maybe different supplements, maybe trying to have a consistent sleep schedule, but a lot of it doesn't work. And that's because your evening routine is hijacking your sleep unexpectedly. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the only evening routine that you need to do to make sure that you set yourself up for good sleep. And this is actually the same routine that has kept me totally free from insomnia for the past 8 years. Here's something that most people don't realize. The reason that you're having trouble sleeping has very little to do with what you're doing at bedtime and everything to do with the energy you're bringing into bedtime. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a simple evening routine that helps your brain and body shift out of alert mode and into sleep mode very quickly so you can fall asleep easily no matter how stressful or busy your day was. You don't need a perfect routine with a zillion steps. You don't need to be in bed by 10 p.m. You don't need to follow all the sleep hygiene rules. But what you do need to understand is how to shift your energy before bed, because that is actually what tells your nervous system that it's safe to let go and sleep. First things first, your evening routine should feel good. I know there's so much sleep advice out there telling you to avoid screens, stay off your phone, no blue light, be in bed at the same time every night. And honestly, that to me just creates more pressure. It's too many rules, more things to stress about. So I'm going to give you permission right now. You can watch TV. You can be on your phone. You can stay up late. What matters way more than any of this is being conscious and intentional about what type of content you're consuming. Because your brain doesn't need just less stimulation. It needs the right kind of stimulation. So if you think about it like this, scrolling on Pinterest, looking at pretty pictures, getting creative, planning a vision board, that's relaxing for your brain. But scrolling on TikTok and being bombarded by other people's energy, getting sucked into the comment sections, which is such a fun rabbit hole to go down, I know, that keeps your brain way too stimulated and awake. And the same goes for TV shows, right? Watching The Walking Dead or some true crime documentary right before bed, your brain's going to go into that activated fight or flight mode. But if you're watching Dancing with the Stars, America's Got Talent, a comedy, your brain gets the message that everything's fine, the world is safe, people are having fun, life is good. So instead of banning yourself from screens or TV, just ask yourself, is what I'm consuming right now making me feel calm and relaxed and safe? Or is it activating, stimulating, stressing me out, putting me more on edge? So if it's stressful, switch it. And if it's relaxing, enjoy it guilt-free. We don't need checklists for an evening routine. All that you have to focus on is, does it feel peaceful? Is it relaxing? And that starts with being intentional about what you're letting into your mind. And I know that this approach works because I have seen it transform my clients' sleep. People who used to stress so much about their evening routine and getting into bed on time, they're now enjoying winding down. So I'll put some screenshots up here on the screen. If you want to read through these, you can just pause the video. So let's break down exactly how to create that calm energy before bed, no matter what your schedule looks like, because I want you to be able to fall asleep even if you had a busy day, even if you got home late, right? So the first shift is simple. Slow your evenings down. Even if you got home late, even if you ended up scrolling or watching TV a little longer than usual, your body still needs to shift from alert to calm. And that's what most people are missing. Most people are carrying the energy of the day straight into bed and then closing their eyes and wondering why they're not falling asleep fast. So here's what I recommend. When it's getting close to bedtime, all you do is you start detaching from the external world. Even if you got home late, calmly go about getting ready for bed. Don't rush to take a shower super fast. Calmly do the things you need to do and just ignore what time it is. And don't start scrolling on social media because that's going to keep your brain awake, right? So we want to just detach from anything external that's vying for your attention. Notifications, conversations, texting, dating apps, work emails, to-do lists, any of that stuff. Especially avoid people who might throw off your mood. I just avoid, don't talk to anybody unless you live with them and have to have to talk to them. You've probably spent all day focusing on the external obligations in your life. So your evening is your time to say, screw all of that. I am off duty. Nothing else and no one else matters right now. Turn off as much stimulation as possible from the outside world. Just let your evenings be the part of your day where nothing is required of you, because that is what signals to your brain there's nothing to respond to, there's nothing to fix. And so your brain gets the message that you're safe to just exist in the present moment. And falling asleep quickly and sleeping through the night is a byproduct of your brain understanding that. Real quick, before we keep going, if you've been struggling with sleep for a while now, what can happen is your brain gets into a habit of staying alert at night. It's like your nervous system learned that nighttime means it's time to be on high alert, even though there's no actual danger. And this is exactly what I help people reverse. And I have a free masterclass that walks you through an overview of my 3-step process to retrain your brain to sleep naturally. You can find that link in the description below, so make sure you watch it after this video. Once you've disconnected from the outside world, the next shift is this: reconnect with yourself. This is your time. The evenings are for you. So let it actually feel like that. Do something relaxing and inward focused, like journaling your thoughts or your goals, pulling an oracle card, reading something fun or inspiring. I love reading fiction at night just for fun. Spend time with your pets, tidy up the house if it helps you feel clear, but do it in a calm way. Yeah. Do anything that helps you come back to yourself, being in your own energy. Now, this next step is optional, but it can make a big difference for some people, which is to create a calming sensory environment. Think of this as a visual cue to your brain that it's time to wind down. So dim the lights, light a candle, turn on some cute fairy lights, or get one of those cool galaxy projector lamps. I think those are so cool. Burn incense, use your essential oil diffuser, play some meditation music or sound bath music in the background. It doesn't have to be a whole production. Just one of those things creates a different vibe. It tells your brain that a shift in energy has occurred. It's almost like lighting one candle or just turning on the diffuser means that your day is over and you can now stop thinking about it and you can let it go. Even if there's still more that you feel like you need to get done, it marks this distinction between daytime when you're being active and bedtime where there's absolutely nothing required of you. It's your time to just peacefully exist. You don't have to do anything. Let's now talk about clearing your mind, because this next step was really, really important for me to do because I tend to have a million thoughts going through my head all day. So the next step is to get everything out of your head. Your brain doesn't know the difference between, oh, I should probably remember this, and this is urgent, it needs to get done right now. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It just thinks it's urgent and needs to get done right now. So if you write it down, it gives your brain permission to stop holding on to it and stop worrying about it, because your brain now feels safe that it won't be forgotten. So just 5 to 10 minutes of journaling, doing a brain dump. I love a brain dump, or even writing tomorrow's to-do list. That creates a clear separation between your work day and your night. And if you have a lot of things going on the next day, I find it actually really effective to make a list of the order of operations for tomorrow. So decide ahead of time, what are you going to do first thing in the morning so that you make sure it gets done? That type of proactive planning is very reassuring to your brain, and it can help you stop thinking about all the things that you have to do tomorrow. And make sure you sit down with an actual piece of paper and a pen and write this down by hand. It makes a big difference. I want you to connect your hand with your thoughts, because your brain reacts differently when you're physically handwriting the information. Doing a brain dump and intentionally clearing your mind every evening creates a sense of closure for the day. It's about feeling like the day is complete so you can finally let it go, which not only helps you fall asleep faster, but it also helps you not wake up in the middle of the night remembering things that you don't want to forget because you already wrote them down. And if a worry thought does happen to pop up, you can just reassure your brain that you already wrote it down and that it's already on your priorities list for tomorrow. And now my favorite tip that I have for you to help your evening routine is to let go of perfectionism. Who cares what time you got into bed? Who cares what time you fall asleep? You're already doing the best you can each and every day. Some days will be calmer than others. That's life. It's normal. So take the pressure off yourself and just focus on what is in your control in each moment. And as long as you're approaching your bedtime calmly and you're disconnecting from the external world and you're turning inward, trust that your body will fall asleep when it's ready. And when you wake up in the morning, your day will be fine no matter what. Because it's the mindset you have when you get out of bed that has a bigger impact on how your day goes, not how many hours you slept. So if you had a rough night, be your own biggest cheerleader. Cheer yourself on. Say, get up and get going. You're going to be fine. You can do this. And if you want some help actually practicing this wind down process tonight, I've also got you covered. I have an entire playlist of wind down videos where I literally walk you through shifting your brain out of survival mode in real time. These are perfect if you experience sleep anxiety or you just want something calming to help you disconnect from the day. I'll put that playlist on the screen right now so you can check it out and let it guide you into a calmer, more peaceful night.